Second Ezra, chapter 2, verse 42. Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahushua,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Ka,
Dash,
Dash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you sincere brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, The Kingdom of Heaven Will Be on Earth. All right, it's not going to be in the heavens, so on and so forth. Now, of course, we're going to have rulerships within the heavens, but according to popular belief, they make it seem like that this great kingdom, such as the one Yahweh Shah will usher, that it's not going to be on earth, and that is blatantly stupid. Okay, so through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, the understanding is there as well as the edification. All right, First Thessalonians, bro. Whatever y'all got, any points, please bring them up.
It's First Thessalonians 4:16.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven.
Right, the Lord himself, Yahweh shall descend from heaven. So where's he descending from? The spiritual world, okay? The third heaven or the fourth dimension. Go ahead.
For the Lord himself shall descend. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangels,
Right.
and with the trumpet of the Most High.
Right, and that's the reason why we call Yahweh the captain of our salvation, because he's actually the man in charge of this great redemption, beginning with the elect of Israel. We'll continue.
And with the trumpet of the Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first.
So the dead in Yahweh shall rise in first. Okay, go ahead, the prophets continue.
It says, then we which are alive and remain should be caught up together.
Which, read that again though?
Then we which are alive and remain should be caught up together.
When you go in that term remain, it means to survive. So those that are the elect on earth, when Yahweh returns, they're going inside those chariots. Go ahead.
Should be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Right, and that is actually the marriage of the elect in Yahweh, because what does marriage means? To be joined. Okay, go ahead.
To meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Right, to meet the Lord in the air. All right, so long story short, the elect is going to go inside those chariots to receive those new bodies and to be exempt from that second death, that pending judgment. All right, because all of this stuff is going to transpire on earth. Now, someone get Revelation 21, 1 through 4.
Revelation 21. Alright.
Hold on, something wrong with the charger. Slovakia, let's see so. It's showing charging.
There you go.
Alright, I'm back. No, I still ain't charging, bro. Shit. So you see on the side, it ain't charging. It's reading it's charging, but it's not charging. Y'all can read.
Revelation 21 and 1. It said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
And it wasn't talking about the whole planet Earth being destroyed. All right, and new heaven is going to a new rulership. All right, and then new earth is going to a fresh earth, man. What's the Greek word for new? Is the kainos, you know, which means a fresh, man. Because planet Earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. It needs to be cleansed, man. You know, and then nuclear fire is going to cleanse air, water, and land, man. You know. Go ahead.
And there was no more sea.
Go ahead. The rebellious within them, they're gonna be afresh, man. The elect is gonna be afresh, man. That's that new Jerusalem, man. You know.
Coming down from the Most High of heaven.
Right. So the elect is coming down from the heavens, man. All right. Why? Because they're going to establish the kingdom of Yahweh on earth, beginning with Yahweh and the 12 apostles. Go ahead.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
That's right.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with me.
Right, the elected individuals, the elected men of the Most High. But the point is, this is going to transpire on earth. The kingdom of heaven will be established on earth. All right, and to prove that, let's go into the ceremony part. Don't get what you got. Second Ezra, chapter 2.
All right, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 2, starting 42. Verse 42, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number.
Right, these great people talk about the elected individuals, okay?
And they all praised the Lord with songs.
Right, go ahead.
And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature.
Right, this young man is Yahushua, okay? And the reason why he has that high stature because he is going to be elevated, or he's going to be inclined out of all the elected individuals on earth. That's the reason why he's the tallest.
That
Okay?
preeminence.
That preeminence. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, whom I could not number, and they all praised the
Right,
Lord.
whom I can number, okay? And what is the number? You jump to Revelation, the 7th chapter, okay? And it tells you 12,000 out of each respected tribe from Judah all the way down to Issachar. Go ahead, brother.
And it says, and they all praised the Lord with songs.
Right, and the only way you're going to praise the Lord because you have to have his name, man. If you go into that term glory, it means to boast. So we have to boast the names of Yahweh while Yahweh shine. Go ahead, bro.
And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Right, because he's like, wow, what's going on? You know, and not to understand, he was part of that himself, man, but he was in the spirit. But the point of this is that the kingdom of heaven will manifest, will be declared on earth. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto them, These be they that have put off the mortal clothes.
Leaving that former creature, becoming a new creature. Why? Because you've been washed by the blood of Yahushua, making you that new man. Go ahead, bro.
And they have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Right, so for confessing the name of the Most High, for utilizing your talent within this truth, then basically you're going to get crowned, which means that the kingdom is going to be established on earth. All right, this is not going on in the third heaven or the fourth dimension. This is actually happening in earth, man. All right, is it it, bro? Did you want something? Is it it, bro?
I keep reading too much.
Go ahead, bro.
It said, Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that declaring them
Right.
and giving them palms in their
And
hands?
this is Yahweh Shai. Okay, go ahead.
So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend those that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Right, those that stood stiffly. And of course, Ezra's like commending them through the Spirit. But at the same time frame, the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, all right? Get what you got. Chicago, you got
Matthew 26.
yeah, get that Matthew 26, verse 29.
All right, this is Matthew 26 and 29. But I said unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until the day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
Right, and the only way Yahushua is going to be able to drink that glass of wine, it has to be established on earth. Okay, because once you perish, you go to the spirit world, you're actually in spiritual bodies. And you don't need drink, you don't need food, you don't need sleep. Okay, basically you are at peace. All right, but when we we're part of that elect, once we come on earth, we're gonna have those extraterrestrial bodies, man. All right, we're gonna be able to not get tired, have as much sex as we want to, but we're just always gonna remain energetic. We're not gonna get sick, so on and so forth. All right, because this is the reward for pushing the word of Yahweh Shemashah, and that's also the reason why we'll never die. Because with those brand new bodies, those bodies, then we're gonna have what the laws, statutes, and commandments programmed within our mindset. Okay. All right, now get that Isaiah, no, sorry, yeah, Matthew 6 and 10.
All right, it's Matthew 6 and 10. Thy kingdom come,
Mhm.
thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Right, because it's pure order in the heavens, as well as it's gonna be in earth. Why? Because Yahushua is gonna bring in the rulership, all right? And the righteous of Yahweh Shemashah will be established on earth, okay? And that is gonna be authorized by Yahushua. I would add something?
Now that precept.
Go ahead, let's talk about
Yeah.
this, and you want next one.
This is Ezekiel 34 and 11. For thus said the Lord power, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out, as a shepherd seek out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered. So will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. Verse 13. And
Yeah, right, because our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, hence the term the confusion of faces. And you're gonna have Israelites that look like so-called Jewish people, Israelites that look like Elam, so on and so forth. I was actually watching Apostle Sahara's live video, and it was out there on the highways and the byways. Man, you had an Ak from Iran, man. They came on, came on the board, as well as Switzerland, man. All right, why? Because their word has to reach the four corners of the earth, because you have the elect individuals scattered throughout the four corners.
Can I say
Yeah,
this?
sure, bro.
If you don't understand it, how the Most High put his people in different nations, and they all come out, they won't come out looking like them. But that spirit is still Israelite. If you don't get that, man, I don't know what to say to you.
That's right. And to back the brother up, that's why you go to the scripture, Jeremiah 12:9, when it talks about my heritage, which are Israelites, are like a speckled bird. When you go into that term speckled, one of those definitions means variegated. When you look into that, it means various. So you're going to have Israelites with different complexions, as well as looking like these other nations, followed up by Revelation 7 and 9. All right? Those Israelites that was dressed in white, but they was out of every people, every tongue, every kindred. Why? Because they've been scattered through the process of slavery due to the curses.
And they speak in different languages. Because that's the nation they live in.
That's right, brother.
That's the nation that they're from.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all get that, something wrong with y'all, man.
Well, you have to be assisted, like you have to be spiritual. And when you go into that term, it means you have to be aided by the Holy Spirit. So, and that's a hard breakdown. But with the elect, and more when we continue in this right path, it's easy to understand because of the Holy Spirit. That's why it talks about the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, because you're being assisted by the Holy Spirit.
In America, it contrary to the Holy Spirit.
Mhm.
Everything about it, you won't even know you even had one. If you want, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't, walk up upon the truth, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know you had a Holy Spirit. You would think everything was do what you want to do this, do this, do this,
Yeah.
listen to this, and turn this up, you know what I'm saying? Turn up. But it's way deeper than it.
Right, because see, America teaches to the obey your thirst, which is going into that carnality perception of everything.
But then that's blocking us from, from the Most High though. It's like a block right there where you can't even, we can't even get to them. Well, I can't say we no more, you know what I'm saying though.
Our people.
Yeah, our people, you know what I mean? They can't get to them, they don't even know because they caught up in America and they push it so hard.
But it's designed for our people. They can't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
That's why scripture say, if our gospel be his, say to them that are lost.
When the guys of this world have blind.
Exactly right.
And then like the brother was saying, what it says in Romans, it says a carnal mind is enmity with the Most High.
That's right. That's right.
So if you thinking carnal, because America started that black and white shit.
That's right.
You know, so you still thinking in black and white terms, you still using those labels, you're carnal, man. You don't understand what's going on.
That's right, bro. And even when with the elect, that spiritual foreskin has been snipped. Because circumcised means the cut. And then you think about it, when you look into the definition of uncircumcised, it means minds that precepts can't go into. So 2/3 of our people, they can receive the word because it's programmed like Shekinah stated.
Ezekiel
You
30.
can break that down, Shekinah.
Ezekiel 34 and 13. It says, and I will bring them back from the people and gather them from the countries and will bring them to their own land. You look up the word land, it's referring to Israelites. You look up the word land, it goes into a Dhamma, and it says ground, land, earth substance. So that's gonna be on the planet Earth when y'all shall come back and redeem his elect. And it says, and will bring them to their own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers and all the inhabitants of the places of the country. You know, so that's gonna take place on earth.
On earth, bro, on earth.
Because the promise, you go back to the promise of Abraham, he promised what? That his seed, all right, through Isaac, Jacob, and the 12 patriarchs, you know, that they would inherit the land of Canaan, all right, forever, man.
That's right, bro.
All right, how could that be fulfilled if the kingdom not gonna be on heaven, man? You know,
On earth.
on earth, slightly, the
Right,
kingdom not
right.
gonna be on earth, man, but in the spirit world,
Right.
let you know it's gonna be on earth, man, and the land is gonna be the headquarters, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we say he gonna flourish the land with milk and honey. That's not gonna take place in the spiritual realm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then when it talks about that, it means that land is gonna be plentiful.
Yeah, you gonna have cows out there in the spiritual realm. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This Psalm 72:4. It said, "He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor." And that's Yahweh. They shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. So the sun and the moon gonna be there, you know, which we talking about on earth, man.
That's right.
And say he shall come down like rain upon the mown grass and shower that water the earth.
Mm-hmm.
In his days shall righteous flourish and abundance of peace so long as the moon endure. And this the point. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea and from the rivers unto the ends of the earth.
Right.
You know? So that's talking about on the earth, man.
On earth, man.
Dominion of the planet earth, man. That was promised to Abraham, man.
God.
You know, that was his promise, and as a father, he passed that inheritance down to Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Isaac passed that inheritance down to Jacob, and Jacob passed it down amongst the 12 tribes.
That's right, bro.
You see,
That's right. That's right. You got something? I get that.
Daniel 2:44.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "In the days of the king shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom,
Set up a kingdom. Go ahead.
uh,
Because this is the will of the Most High. All right, go ahead.
which shall never be destroyed.
Meaning that this kingdom is going to be everlasting. It's going to be continuous. Go ahead.
The kingdom shall not be left to other people,
Right?
but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms."
Hence the term Yahushua is going to be the king of kings. All right? In order to establish peace on earth, Yahushua has to make war. Go ahead, bro.
And it shall stand forever.
And it shall stand forever. And that's the point. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom and interrupted rulership. Okay?
That's why I say you're gonna have many crowns on his head.
That's right, bro.
You're gonna take all the crowns of these different nation leaders, you know, you're gonna have them on subjection.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah chapter 4, 5, 6. All right, tell me what's up.
This Daniel 7:18.
Mm-hmm.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom
Right. The sense of the Most High is going to take the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
and possess it.
And possess it. So when you possess something, it means you're going to have ownership. In the scripture, Romans 8 chapter states that we're joint heirs with Yahushua. Wherever his is his. You know, whatever his is ours. But it's going to start in order. Go ahead.
And the kingdom forever and ever, forever and ever.
Right, right. He didn't say anything about a kingdom under heaven. You know what? Keep going.
You know.
Yeah.
Verse 19.
Turn on to 27.
This is Daniel 7:27.
Mm-hmm.
And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven.
Under the whole heaven. What is under the heaven? This place we call earth, man. Start over, bro.
And verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel 7:27.
Mm-hmm.
And the kingdom and the dominion and the
So
greatness
that kingdom in Yahushua's rulership, go ahead.
and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven
Under the whole heaven, go ahead.
shall be given to the people of the saints.
Shall be given to the people of the saints. Who are the saints? Israelites, beginning with the elect. Go ahead.
The people of the saints of the Most High,
People of the saints of the Most High, go ahead.
which kingdom is an everlasting kingdom,
Which kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, go ahead.
and all dominion shall serve and obey him.
Meaning these other nations are going to be subjected under us, bro. Alright? Y'all got some? Go ahead, bro.
Alright,
You can break it down.
this is Isaiah 65, and I started 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and a valley of Achor, a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. You know, and Sharon and Achor are actually land masses in the land of Israel, man. You know, Sharon is a field, a plain, a meadow, you know, and Achor is a valley, man. You know, so that he's giving you actual geographical locations, all right, of what's going back to our land, man.
Right, and if I can just add, the kingdom, Yahweh's kingdom is already established in heaven. Okay, that's why it states in Matthew 6 and 10, on earth as it is in heaven. So Yahweh's kingdom is going to be ran just like his father Yahweh's. Okay, and it's going to be in perfect order, but it's going to be on earth. All right? Go ahead, bro. You got your question. You can break it down.
Alright, this Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers should be joined with them, meaning the Israelite foreigners, and they should cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people should take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel should possess them in the land of the Lord for service and handmaids, which in the land of Israel. And they should take them captives, whose captives they were.
Meaning we're gonna actually exercise slavery. Man. Go ahead.
Whose captives they were, and they should rule over their oppressors.
And this is gonna take place on earth. All right.
Again, the Jeremiah 30, start 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Most High, saying, "Thus speak the Most High, power of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken to thee in a book. For lo, the days coming, said the Most High, that I bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, said the Most High, and I'll cause them to return to the land."
So if he's bringing in captivity, meaning they're gonna be redeemed. Okay, redeemed from what? Redeemed from being bondmen and bondwomen. Redeemed from being into slavery. All right, go ahead.
Cause them to return to the land that I gave their fathers, they should possess it.
And all of this is gonna be established once Yahushua breaks those clouds, man. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. All right, kingdom of heaven. All right, hey, bro, get that Isaiah chapter 4.
From this book of Isaiah chapter 4, we start at 5.
Yeah, okay.
The book of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 5. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashah will create upon every dwelling place.
Every dwelling place, this setting is the kingdom of heaven. So every dwelling place, go ahead.
Of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies a cloud and a smoke.
So wherever our people dwell, wherever we're assembled in, what's gonna be above us? A chariot, man. Go ahead, bro.
And the shining of a flaming fire by night.
Right. It's gonna be bright. The same thing that led us out of Egypt at nighttime. Those were those spiritual vehicles that we call chariots. Go ahead.
For upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Right, and that's the reason why they're gonna be above our cities, which are our dwelling spots, and our assemblies, because they're gonna be a symbol of defense. Go ahead.
And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat,
Right.
and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain.
Right, so we're gonna be fully protected on earth. Why? Because we're gonna have defense such as those chariots above every dwelling spot we are in. Thus says the scriptures. Alright? I got something?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
This Revelation 21 and 12, it had a wall, a great and high, and had 12 gates, and the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And they're talking about the kingdom of heaven, and then it's gonna be on earth. Our place is gonna be surrounded by walls. Now, each wall is gonna have 12 tribes of Israel,
That's right.
which is gonna be on earth.
On earth, man. That's right, beautiful, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Like this, Zechariah 8:3. It says, "Thus said the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem should be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus said the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem."
Dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, man. Then it's talking about we're gonna be a holy mountain. And mountain represents government, man. A righteous government. Alright, meaning that the law, statutes, commandments will be exercised, beginning with Yahushua and the 12.
And every man with his staff in his hand for very age,
Mm-hmm.
and the streets of the city should be full of boys and girls playing in the streets there.
Right, so how are boys and girls going to be here through the process of sexual activity, man? Go to Isaiah 16:22, bro, since you brought that up. In the book of Isaiah 60 chapter, it tells you about the kingdom of heaven being established on earth, man. Okay?
Isaiah 60:22. A little one should become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Out of the Lord will hasten it in his time.
Right. So, hey, basically, a little one should become a small nation, meaning you're gonna have a lot of kids, man. All right, going into the scripture Chicago just brought out, kids gonna be playing in the streets, man. All right, hey, bro, since we brought that up, I'll get what you got, Zach. What I tell you?
Then we get Isaiah 66.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Isaiah 66 and 8, from which I just said about the nation.
Go ahead, bro.
It said, "Who have heard such a thing, who have seen such things?
Mm-hmm.
Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion traveled, she brought forth her children."
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have kids, man. All right, and that's the point.
Like this.
Yeah. Our women are gonna be extremely fertile, man. And you have to understand this. The curse of women going through having those labor pains, that's gonna be off our women, man. All right. So basically, it's gonna be like when they have children in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be a peace situation, man. It's really gonna be like a woman doing like number 2, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She just had a baby.
Yeah, she just had a baby. No screaming, whatsoever. And then once that baby enter into the kingdom of heaven, here they be crying and shit. They're not gonna be crying, man. All right, they're gonna leave the spiritual world, which they're at peace, and then they're gonna come on the earth, which is gonna be established in peace, man. So it's gonna be a totality of happiness always, man.
Right now, they come out of here going in the hell.
Right, they come out of heaven going into coming to hell, man.
Yeah.
All right,
I got cool shit.
go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 25:8. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power will wipe away tears from off all faces.
Right,
And one of the times that our people be weeping, man, a woman is during her pregnancy.
that's right,
So she
bro.
having a baby.
That's right.
But really ultimately we know that's going into the oppression of our people as a whole.
Right, but yeah, I mean, you right too, because the scriptures are multifolded. Meaning you're not gonna get sick in the kingdom, you're not gonna sneeze, your bones are not gonna pop. All right, because we're literally gonna be forever young in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we'll never get old. We're gonna have Jake's 1,000-some years old, 2,000, 10,000, 15,000 years old, and basically they're gonna look like they're in their early 20s, man. All right, that's a perk of the kingdom of heaven, man. Your flesh is not gonna break down.
And you see why other nations want what we have,
Right.
but they can't get it. We got made in the shade, Lord, when we call it that.
That's right. And it said he will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power will wipe away tears from all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from
Right, the
all.
shame of us is gonna be taken away, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, for the Lord has spoken it.
Right, because now we don't went back from being somebodies. Okay, we don't left that situation to being nobodies. All right, what was spoken of in Lamentation, the book of Lamentation, how the other nations say, "Hey, surely this is the day." They hissing and mocking us and things of that nature. The book of Job speaks about 3rd chapter how they have us in derision, meaning mockery. All right, but now in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be back established, man, and we're gonna literally have that glow. Just like Bruce Leroy had that glow on Enter the Dragon. That's how the elect individuals is gonna be walking around. And it's gonna be a separation between the elect individuals and the other Israelites, man. Why? Because the Most High is about order, man. All right, we gave up everything on this side just to receive the perks of the kingdom of heaven. And that's by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Real quick, see what you said. Daniel 12:3, and they that be wise should shine as the brightness of the firmament.
Right, that's in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we're literally going to shine, man. All right, and why? And also too, the knowledge is going to be within us. It tells you in the book of what is that? Songs of Solomon, how wisdom make a man face to shine. Then when you jump to Revelation, the first chapter, around the 16th verse, it tells you how Yahweh Shai face appeared as lightning. Why? Because he has wisdom, man. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and they that be wise should shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn away to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
Right, and that's the reward for giving up your life on this side, for mortifying your flesh, all right, for departing from this landmass in a spiritual mindset. All right, I broke it up.
This is Isaiah 11:6.
Read to that.
It said, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb,
Right.
and the leopard shall
So
die.
when the wolf gonna dwell with the lamb, that means total harmony, man. Because of this side, what happens if you see a wolf sees a lamb? He's gonna attack it. All right. And what happens with these spiritual wolves like Nate? They attack the lambs, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
And the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
Right, the leopards gonna lie down with the kid. Go ahead.
And the calf and the young lamb and the fatling together.
Right.
And
And that's total harmony, man. Right? And you see a prelude to that. Sometimes if you watch the Animal Planet or something, you will see a bear and another animal cool, you know? That's just basically a snippet of what we're gonna see in the kingdom of heaven, man. Go ahead, bro.
And a little child shall lead them.
Right, a little child shall lead them. Now you let a child lead a wolf now, or a lion, what the hell gonna happen? He's not gonna make it back home. But at the same time frame, our kids, they're gonna have spiritual power too.
Now, you know, what's that movie on? Moby or not Jumanji? Jungle Book.
Oh yeah.
You see how you talk to them? All the wolves, they all, if you watch it, they all hung out together. It's a Black Panther, a bear, some wolves, they all, and they were all.
Yeah.
So they all.
Yeah. And then also, if I could just add this too, the Most High is gonna establish their fear on these animals. The reason why Noah was able to get all those animals basically into that ark is because the Most High had put that fear on those animals, man. And we're gonna get that in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's not gonna be no animal attacks on Israelites. On these other nations, hell yeah.
Especially East side.
Yeah.
He ain't nobody come outside.
No. Hard for me. You just bring the sun close to that nigga shit, bro.
You want to be able to get them back. You know how we walk past their doors, they lock their doors. We walk past our chairs, we just lock it. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck with them. That shit right there be pissing me off when they do that.
Yeah, man.
Grab their purses,
Yeah.
touch their shit like shit. You ain't snatch my shit.
Yeah, bro, they like a kid by the hand. Fuck
We
you.
some monsters out there. You know what I'm talking about?
I can tell you, bro.
Alright, this 7.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox.
Right. When you go into that term straw, it means like grain or feed, man. All right. So a lion ain't just gonna be a flesh eater in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. The only flesh that lion gonna be fucking chasing after these other nations, man. They're gonna have peace with the animals, man. Go ahead. So, yeah, carnivore.
And the sucking child shall play on the hole of the sop.
That's
Alps.
Yeah, that's a dangerous snake. And then a sucking child is a small child, man. All right, it's like a toddler, but they're gonna be able to basically put his hand in the hole and not get bit.
And the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice
And that's another term for a dangerous snake. Go ahead.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain,
That's right.
for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
as the waters cover the sea.
Right. So the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Hashah is going to be in great abundance. All right. You know, and you can compare that to right now. Look, the knowledge right now is only to the elected individuals. But once the kingdom of heaven comes, that light is going to outshine anything.
The favor of Yahweh Hashem outside is gonna be fully back on his people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like the priest saying, we won't get all those perks, man.
That's right.
Because right now the rebuke, you know, is on Israel, man. But the elect are coming out of it. You know, right now us having this knowledge is the Lord showing favor. But the kingdom is gonna fully manifest, man. Even the animals, that's why the animals gonna know exactly that your child is of the royal lineage of the Israelite, you know, and it's gonna be in subjection, man. Everything is gonna be in subjection to the nation of Israel, man. You know, so that's just the favor of Yahweh Hashem outside, man.
That's right, bro. That's right. I got something else?
I got it, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 48. No, this is Isaiah 45 and 18. For thus said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem outside that created the heavens, the Most High Himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem outside. There is none else. So he said he didn't create the earth in vain, just to completely destroy it. You know, even though America gonna be destroyed completely, but he's not gonna destroy the entire planet Earth, man. He's just gonna remove that cancer, this cesspool of wickedness, which is America, man.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't make it in vain to completely destroy it, man, but to be inhabited and to be enjoyed, man. Because there's a lot of pleasure and enjoyment on the planet Earth, man, in righteousness, man. And we're gonna get to do that, man.
That's right. Because Earth's supposed to be a paradise.
Yep.
You know, that was the initial point of having Earth to be a paradise, going into the term Idon. But Esau has turned this more into like a hellhole, man.
Trap house,
A trap house, man, like literally, bro.
Vanda.
Yeah, Bando. Y'all got something else? All right, about the end with this one, there, bro. Did you already know? You good.
In Isaiah 2, start 2, it comes to pass in the last
It
days.
should come to pass in the last days, and we are in the last of the last days, because it tells you in the book of Hebrews 1 and 2 that when Yahushua was on earth, that was the beginning of the last days. Go ahead, bro.
That the mountain of the Most High house should be established in the tops of the
His
mountains.
government is going to be established, all right? It's going to be, our government is going to be exalted over all these other nations' governments, okay? Go ahead.
And shall be exalted above hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
Right, all nations is going to come and be subjective under this government. That is what that is saying. Go ahead, bro.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High,
That's right.
to the house of the power
Right, and that's going to be established on earth. Go ahead, bro.
of Jacob,
From Jacob, go
and
ahead.
he will teach us his ways.
Right, because basically we're going to be judges, man. And as a judge, you have to have discretion on what is right, what is wrong, and at the same time, right, you have to exercise the law. Go ahead, bro.
We will walk in his path we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law,
Right, out of Zion, okay? Out of Israel should go forth the law. Go ahead.
and the word of the Most High come from Jerusalem.
Right, from Jerusalem, all right? Showing you that the kingdom of heaven will be declared and manifested on earth. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations,
Mm-hmm.
and shall rebuke many people,
That's right.
and they shall beat their swords to plowshares.
Right, so now basically they're gonna, meaning they're not gonna fight anymore, okay? And basically they're gonna really just be focusing on planting and agriculture and so on and so forth. All right, now you see in today's time, like how Iran and Russia, they will use their resources to build up their military. All right, so the kingdom of heaven is gonna be just total peace. Now, true enough, the Most High is gonna let us have fun, so these other nations are gonna be going off, and we're gonna basically be able to chastise them however way we want to, but in righteousness, all right? And then we're gonna be able to judge angels. So when you know through the Spirit the angels are perfect, what does that mean? That you're gonna be able to give tasks to angels, man, in a righteous manner. Go ahead.
And this how you know them Jews are not Lord's people.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you say, when he said, no nation, you know, I'm gonna read what it say. The spares until puny hooks, nation should not lift up a sword
Mm-hmm.
against nation,
Mm-hmm.
he should lean war anymore.
Right.
So, you know, when those people come back in their land, ain't gonna be no more war.
That's right.
But right now, it's war is going, you know, what, you know, they got what's it, rumors of war going
Rumors
on.
of wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is gonna be a war.
And wars too.
Yeah, so
The
it,
world is serious.
Yeah, proxy war.
Mhm. But it's gonna be a big war.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it up?
Number 5. I'm gonna finish 4.
Okay, yeah, we good. Hey, Lord willing, y'all edified. All praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rukakadash.
A double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutation, you sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, y'all, praise Yahweh. Shalom. Let the water be up, y'all.